In the wild, every step can be a matter of life and death. You learn to read the terrain, to trust your instincts, and to push past the fear that screams at you to turn back. I've crossed raging rivers, scaled sheer cliffs, and navigated treacherous jungles, but some of the most heart-pounding moments I've ever faced have been on man-made structures designed to conquer the impossible. Crossing a bridge may seem simple, but some bridges defy gravity and every expectation of safety with their sheer danger. They are not just pathways, they are tests of will, suspended over chasms that promise a swift end if you make one wrong move. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any exciting videos. Today, we're not just looking at feats of engineering, we're staring into the abyss from the world's most perilous crossings. These are structures built in the face of nature's fury, clinging to mountainsides, stretching over violent waters, and swaying in winds that could tear them apart. Each one presents a unique challenge, a mental and physical battle against the elements and your own survival instincts. The drop is dizzying, the materials are questionable, and the only thing between you and oblivion is a thin plank or a trembling cable. This journey is about more than just sightseeing. It's about confronting that primal fear of heights, of falling, of the unknown. It's about understanding what it takes for humans to build these incredible, terrifying structures, and what it takes for someone to dare to cross them. Get ready to hold your breath and grip your seat. These are the most dangerous bridges in the world. Our first challenge takes us to Colorado, USA, and the Royal Gorge Bridge. Standing here, looking out, it's not just the height that gets you, it's the sheer, raw scale of the place. Suspended nearly 1,000 feet above the Arkansas River, this isn't just a bridge, it's a tightrope, strung across a colossal canyon. The wind howls up from the gorge below, a constant, powerful force that you feel in your bones. It grabs the bridge, and you feel the entire structure begin to sway. It's a gentle, rhythmic movement, but it's enough to make your stomach lurch and your survival instincts scream. You have to consciously calm your breathing and focus on each step. You can see the river snaking through the canyon floor, looking like a tiny silver ribbon. The perspective is disorienting, almost hypnotic. The wooden planks underfoot creak with every footfall, a constant reminder that you are walking on something man-made, suspended in the air by steel cables that seem impossibly thin from this vantage point. Looking down through the gaps in the planks is a true test of nerve. It feels like staring into the heart of the planet itself. The sheer drop is absolute, and the feeling of exposure is immense. Now, there's nowhere to hide up here, it's just you, the wind, and the vast empty space. Crossing this bridge is a mental game. You fight the vertigo, the urge to freeze or turn back. You have to trust the engineering, trust that the steel and wood will hold. The awe-inspiring beauty of the gorge is locked in a battle with the primal fear of falling. Every step forward is a victory, a small conquest over your own fear. Reaching the other side isn't just a physical act of crossing, it's a moment of profound relief and accomplishment. You've faced the void and walked away. That's a feeling that stays with you long after your feet are back on solid ground. Now, we ascend into the heavens of the Swiss Alps, to the Titlis Cliff Walk. At 10,000 feet, the air is thin and bitingly cold. This is no ordinary bridge, it's a sliver of metal and wire clinging to the side of a mountain, the highest suspension bridge in Europe. The moment you step onto it, you feel the world fall away beneath you. The bridge is narrow, barely wide enough for one person to pass comfortably, and the floor is a metal grate. You can see straight through it, down into a 1,500-foot abyss of jagged rock and glacial ice. It's an unnerving, terrifying sight that plays tricks on your mind. The cold here is a physical presence. It seeps through your layers of clothing and numbs your fingers as you grip the icy handrail. The wind is relentless, a raw, alpine gale that pushes and pulls at you, making the bridge tremble. Every gust feels like it's trying to peel you off the mountainside. The combination of the extreme height, the transparent floor, and the swaying of the bridge creates an overwhelming sense of vertigo and vulnerability. You feel utterly exposed, a tiny, fragile being in a world of immense frozen power. The silence of the Alps is broken only by the whistling wind and the frantic beating of your own heart. Yet, for all the terror, the beauty is breathtaking, almost spiritual. You are surrounded by a panorama of snow-capped peaks that stretch to the horizon, a jagged sea of white and blue. It feels like you're walking among the gods. Crossing the Titlis Cliff Walk is a battle between fear and wonder. Your instincts are telling you to retreat to the safety of solid ground, but the desire to see what lies at the end, to experience this incredible view, pushes you forward. It's a primal challenge, a walk on the very edge of the world where every step is a testament to human audacity and the raw power of nature. Our journey now takes us to the lush tropical landscape of Malaysia and the Langkawi Sky Bridge. This is a true marvel of engineering, a structure that seems to defy logic. Instead of a straight line, this bridge is a gracefully curved walkway suspended over 2,000 feet in the air, slung between the peaks of Gunung Mat Chincang. Getting here is an adventure in itself, a steep cable car ride up the mountainside. But nothing prepares you for the moment you step out onto the bridge. It feels like you've walked into a dream, a pathway floating in the sky. The bridge is designed to give you a constantly changing perspective of the surrounding landscape. As you walk along its 410-foot length, the views of the Andaman Sea, the turquoise waters, and the scattered green islands are simply staggering. But the curved design does something else. It plays with your mind. You can't see the end of the bridge from the start, which creates a sense of mystery and unease. The walkway sways gently with the movement of people and the mountain breeze, a subtle but constant reminder that you are suspended by a single, massive pylon. It's a test of courage wrapped in a package of stunning beauty. There are sections with glass floors, daring you to look down into the dense, untouched rainforest canopy far below. You see the tops of ancient trees, a world of green that seems a million miles away. It's a humbling experience, feeling the immense space all around you. You feel small, insignificant, yet also incredibly alive. The Langkawi Sky Bridge isn't about brute danger like a rotting rope bridge. Its challenge is more psychological. It's the surreal feeling of being disconnected from the earth, walking on a man-made ribbon held aloft by steel, surrounded by nothing but air, and the breathtaking panorama of nature's masterpiece. We now travel to the remote Hunza Valley in Pakistan to face what is often called the most dangerous bridge in the world, the Husseini Hanging Bridge. This is survival in its rawest form. Forget polished steel and calculated engineering. This is a terrifying collection of weathered wooden planks and frayed cables slung across the powerful, fast-flowing Borat River. The gaps between the planks are wide enough for a leg to slip through. With every step, you have to carefully choose your footing, testing each plank before you commit your full weight. It's a nerve-shredding exercise in concentration. The bridge sways violently in the wind, a chaotic, unpredictable motion that threatens to throw you off balance at any moment. The remains of the previous, even more dilapidated bridge hang in tatters just a few feet away, a grim and constant reminder of what happens when these structures fail. The roar of the glacial river below is deafening, a churning gray torrent that would offer no chance of survival if you were to fall. This isn't a tourist attraction, it's a critical lifeline for the local community, and crossing it is a daily act of incredible bravery. There are no safety nets here, no reassuring modern features. Your only handholds are the two cables running alongside you, which you grip with all your strength. Your knuckles are white, your palms are sweating, but you can't let go. Every step is an adrenaline surge, a primal dance with fear. This bridge strips away all sense of security and forces you to rely on your most basic instincts. It's not about enjoying the view, it's about making it to the other side. Crossing the Husseini Bridge is a profound, humbling experience that honestly redefines your understanding of risk and resilience. We leave the mountains and head to the open ocean, to the Florida Keys, USA. Here the danger isn't from height, but from the immense and unpredictable power of the sea. The 7-mile bridge is an icon, a ribbon of concrete stretching across an endless expanse of turquoise water. On a calm, sunny day, it's one of the most beautiful drives on Earth. But this paradise sits in the heart of Hurricane Alley, and when a storm rolls in, this bridge becomes one of the most formidable places you can be. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Imagine driving across this bridge as the sky turns black and the wind begins to howl. Waves that were once gentle laps now become furious, crashing walls of water that slam against the support columns and send spray exploding over the roadway. The wind hits your vehicle like a physical blow, trying to shove you across the lanes. You're surrounded by water on all sides, completely exposed to the raw fury of a hurricane. The bridge itself is a modern marvel, built to withstand incredible forces, but that's little comfort when you're in the grip of nature at its most violent. The old, decommissioned bridge runs parallel to the new one, its decaying structure a ghostly reminder of the relentless assault of the saltwater and storms. It serves as a stark visual lesson in how even the strongest materials eventually surrender to the elements. Driving the 7-mile bridge during a storm is a high-stakes gamble. You are keenly aware that you are just a tiny speck on a thin line of concrete, caught between a raging sky and a furious ocean. It's a powerful, terrifying reminder that no matter what we build, nature always has the final say. Our next stop takes us to the Pacific Northwest, to Washington State, and the Deception Pass Bridge. This isn't just a crossing, it's a gateway to another world. The bridge is a majestic steel arch, perched high above a narrow, turbulent strait, where the water churns with ferocious tidal currents. But what truly defines this place is the atmosphere. The bridge is often shrouded in a thick, eerie fog that rolls in from the Puget Sound, blanketing everything in a cloak of gray mystery. It can reduce visibility to almost zero, transforming the bridge into an isolated path suspended in a cloud. Walking the narrow pedestrian lane, you can feel the fine mist on your face. The fog muffles all sound, creating an almost supernatural silence broken only by the mournful cry of a distant foghorn and the faint roar of the water far below. You can't see the other side, and you can barely see the water. It feels like you're walking into nothingness. The guardrails, slick with moisture, are your only guide. Peering over the edge, the churning, whirlpool-filled waters of the pass appear and disappear in the shifting mist, a menacing, chaotic dance hidden from view. The name, Deception Pass, comes from its discovery, when it was mistaken for a bay rather than a narrow strait. That sense of illusion and mystery remains. The bridge feels haunted by the stories of the sailors and smugglers who navigated these treacherous waters. Crossing it, especially when the fog is thick, is a test of nerve. Your senses are deprived, your imagination runs wild, and you feel a deep, primal unease. It's a beautiful, yet deeply unsettling experience. A walk through the clouds where the line between the physical world and the ghostly unknown feels incredibly thin. Now for a different kind of challenge, one that, honestly, plays on the mind in a unique way. We're in Louisiana, USA, at the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. This isn't about dizzying heights or crumbling planks. This is about endurance and psychological isolation. For 24 miles, this bridge stretches in a dead straight line across the vast expanse of Lake Pontchartrain. It's the longest continuous bridge over water in the world, and after just a few minutes of driving, the land completely disappears from view. All you can see, in every direction, is water and sky. The experience is surreal, almost hypnotic. The endless repetition of the support columns, the straight line of the road stretching to a vanishing point, it can be incredibly disorienting. A sense of agoraphobia can set in, the fear of open spaces. You feel incredibly small and isolated, a tiny moving object in a vast, empty world of blue and gray. There's no turning back, no exits, just the relentless road ahead. It's a peaceful drive on a calm day, but that peace can quickly turn to terror when the weather changes. When a classic Louisiana thunderstorm rolls in, the causeway becomes a truly frightening place to be. The sky goes dark, lightning cracks across the open water, and torrential rain reduces visibility to just a few feet. The wind buffets your car, and with water on all sides, there is absolutely no shelter. You are completely exposed on this thin strip of concrete. It feels like the lake and the sky are trying to swallow you whole. Crossing the causeway is a journey into a void, a test of mental fortitude against the creeping feeling of being lost at sea, even while you're still on a road. We venture deep into the heart of West Africa, to Kakum National Park in Ghana. Here, the challenge lies high above the forest floor, on the famous Canopy Walk. This isn't one bridge, but a series of 7, connected by small wooden platforms built around the trunks of giant trees. The bridges themselves are nothing more than narrow wooden planks, with rope netting on either side that comes up to about your waist. They are suspended over 130 feet in the air, allowing you to walk among the treetops and see the rainforest from a perspective usually reserved for monkeys and birds. The moment you step onto the first bridge, you realize how fragile it feels. It's a true rope bridge, and it sways, bounces, and twists with every single step you take. If someone else is on the same section, their movements are transferred directly to you, creating a chaotic, unpredictable rhythm. You have to find your balance, moving carefully and deliberately. The netting on the sides offers a sense of security, but it's thin, and you can see straight through it to the dizzying drop below. You feel incredibly vulnerable, like a spider on a thread. But the fear is balanced by an unparalleled experience of nature. You are completely immersed in the upper layer of the rainforest. The air is thick with humidity and the sounds of exotic birds and insects. You can see flowers, fruits, and wildlife that are impossible to spot from the ground. It's a world of vibrant green, teeming with life. Crossing the canopy walk is a delicate balancing act, both literally and figuratively. You are balancing your fear of heights and the instability of the bridge, with the sheer wonder of being in such a unique and untouched environment. It's a powerful reminder of the beauty and fragility of both the rainforest and yourself. For our next challenge, we journey into the vast, unforgiving wilderness of Siberia, Russia, to a bridge that is pure, unfiltered danger. The Vidym River Bridge is an old railway bridge that has been unofficially repurposed for vehicles, and it is the very definition of dereliction. It's a long, narrow structure, just wide enough for one vehicle, made of decaying wooden planks laid over a rusting metal frame. There are no guardrails. None. One wrong move, one lapse in concentration, and you and your vehicle will plunge into the icy, fast-flowing Vidym River below. This bridge is a challenge in the best of conditions, but for most of the year, it is a frozen nightmare. The wooden planks become coated in a layer of snow and ice, making them incredibly slippery. The metal structure groans and creaks under the weight of a vehicle, and some of the wooden planks are broken or missing entirely, leaving treacherous gaps you have to navigate. Drivers often have to get out and lay down extra planks just to make a crossing possible. The wind whips across the open landscape, adding another layer of peril to an already impossible task. Crossing the Vidym River Bridge is not something you do for fun. It's an act of sheer necessity for those who live and work in this remote region. It requires immense skill, courage, and a healthy dose of luck. You have to fight every instinct that tells you to stop. The water below is freezing cold. Survival time would be measured in minutes, if not seconds. This bridge is a monument to decay, a rotting skeleton stretched across a lethal river. Successfully crossing it is one of the most intense and nerve-wracking experiences imaginable, a true battle against a structure that feels like it's actively trying to kill you. Our final bridge brings us back to Florida, USA, to a structure of breathtaking beauty and a deeply tragic past, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. The current bridge is a stunning cable-stayed design, with its brilliant yellow cables soaring into the sky, creating a profile that looks like a giant sailboat on the horizon. Driving over it on a clear day, with the blue waters of Tampa Bay stretching out below, is an uplifting, almost majestic experience. It feels like you are ascending into the sky, a testament to modern design and ambition. But this beautiful bridge was born from disaster. In 1980, the original older bridge was struck by a freighter during a violent thunderstorm. A huge section of the southbound span collapsed into the bay, sending a Greyhound bus and several cars plunging 150 feet into the churning water. 35 people lost their lives in the horrific accident. The new bridge was built not only to be stronger and safer, with massive concrete dolphins to protect the piers, but also as a memorial. Its beauty is forever intertwined with that dark day. Crossing the Sunshine Skyway today is a complex experience. You can't help but be awestruck by its grace and the panoramic views it offers. Yet, you are also crossing a place of immense loss. You think about the terror of that stormy morning, about the fragility of even our most impressive creations in the face of disaster. The bridge is a symbol of both human failure and human resilience. It stands as a gleaming, hopeful structure that rose from the rubble of tragedy, a beautiful but haunting reminder of the high stakes involved when we dare to span the water. From the icy peaks of the Alps to the humid canopy of Ghana, from the raging rivers of Pakistan to the hurricane-swept waters of Florida, we have journeyed across structures that do more than just connect 2 points. These bridges are monuments to human ambition, courage, and, sometimes, our folly. They are battlegrounds where engineering clashes with the raw power of nature. Crossing them is a physical challenge, but the true test is internal. It's a confrontation with our deepest fears. Of falling, of failing, of the vast, unforgiving unknown that lies just beyond the rail. Each creaking plank, each gust of wind, each dizzying glance down into the abyss serves as a potent reminder of our own vulnerability. Yet, in facing that fear, we find a unique sense of being alive. The adrenaline, the focus, the sheer will to put one foot in front of the other connects us to our most primal survival instincts. We build these bridges to conquer landscapes, but in crossing them, we are really seeking to conquer ourselves. They force us to be present, to be aware, and to appreciate the profound relief of reaching solid ground once more. The world is full of these incredible, terrifying places, each with its own story, its own challenge. They remind us that adventure isn't just found in climbing the highest mountain or exploring the deepest jungle. It can be found in the 400 feet of a swaying walkway suspended between heaven and earth. So the next time you cross a simple bridge, take a moment, think about the trust you place in it, and remember these titans of terror and beauty. Until our next adventure, stay curious and stay brave.